I am proud of you. You're in the grand finals. You did, you did your exercises in between matches. You drank enough water. You didn't misplay.
Oh,
You're
thanks, Computer.
playing
What do you mean I
clean.
didn't misplay? Excuse me?
I mean, no, it didn't make like game losing misplays. It's minor things that didn't actually matter. You're
Yeah.
fine.
We're challenging him. We're in the grand finals, so if we win, we get first place in the tournament. And if we lose, we're getting second place. Actually, do I have to... How does double Elim work? Do I have to lose to him twice? Do I only have to beat him once? How does... I have no idea how double Elim works. The question is, would he switch decks on me? I'm going to go with discard first again. Leave first again. Nice. Sniped. We have a much better hand this time. We're attacking on evens. He's playing... Yeah, he's playing the full version of the deck with... Yeah, Shark Gooey had like the proper horns version and everything. Okay, got it pulled up here. Looks like we're forced into this mulligan. I'd really like to go... I'd like to dig a little deeper for vision, but I kind of can't. I just have to hope it comes to me. I think this is a pretty easy kick on Get Excited here. It's a little too early for Get Excited. We just want Swarm Tools. Stuff like, even like Crowd Favorite is fine because we have the House Spider and a lot of cheap drops. If he doesn't have Eye of the Dragon, he can get pretty fucked here. You expect him to play the Eye. Developing into the Eye, I mean, we're still getting the House Spider attack. We're kind of always playing the House Spider here. It's trolling not to. If he plays Goat, we have these attacks. If he floats, we're good. So the question is... Are we doing a full attack here and dealing the damage we have? I think we pretty much have to do this full attack here. It's going to feel kind of bad. But because we don't have Swarm Payoff, we don't have a Crowd Favorite in this hand. I think we just can't get enough value out of like keeping these units alive. And the Eye will have to kill eventually anyway. We do need to care about its HP.
Ready yourself.
Yeah. But Eye is really good card for him to have there. He, like, if he doesn't have either, we kind of, I think, straight up win the game almost. It's a pretty insane swing. We have to be a little cognizant of the fact that if we play Draven into this, we could get, like, Sonic Waved. And he knows we wouldn't have a re-response, so it would be, like, a very free Sonic Wave to use like that. And then he'll get the Dragon Link for next turn. His deck does not feel good burning this mana. I think and because I have Get Excited in hand, this deck usually doesn't like banking spell mana, but I actually have a pretty good way to get spell mana. But he really likes banking spell mana too, and Sonic Wave's a 2F. Man, it feels kind of bad, but I think I have to play Draven here. I think I have no choice. It's just like way too weak not to. And his deck doesn't have that hard of a time passing back to me here.
Time for the main event.
Sonic Wave is also not a keep in the opening hand as much, so the odds of him having it here are like less than 30. It's 25-30%.
Find your own light within the dark.
Diana plus Pale.
Cherish.
I will be heard.
That's interesting. Diana plus Pale is also a hand we need to watch out for. Just because he has 5 Pales in his deck, normally 2-card combos aren't... Playing the Draven was definitely a misplay here. Because, like, we get pretty blown out by Diana plus Pale. That's actually a really bad move. But he doesn't have Pale in his hands. I normally, like, don't care about 2-card combos in the early game, but just because Pale is a literal 5 of in the deck, because extra Dianas are Pales, like, you have to actually play around Diana plus Pale. That's the scary thing about it. Kind of an awkward hand. I mean, if Draven's attacking, pretty much gonna have to right now.
What are you waiting for?
If we play Draven's Biggest Fan, actually totally fine. Sometimes he can, like, Zenith Blade. It's really easy for him to... I think we have to open attack with Draven. This hand is actually really bad. Like, drawing both other Get Exciteds on the last 2 draws feels kind of awful here. And we don't really have the ability to unbrick this hand either. Yikes, man! I feel like we're losing to this hand again. Like, he's at 14. That's really not good. He's got a double eye hand.
My fists.
Yeah, good luck with that, kiddo.
Alright. We're probably gonna have to get excited one of these eyes, depending on like what he does and how he spends his mana.
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
This feels so bad. Draven's biggest fan is a fine safe play here. It's very non-committal. We're losing the Draven, but redrawing another Draven in this matchup against this kind of board state doesn't really help either.
Oh god. I cannot turn back.
Our enemies cannot hide.
So he's committing both of his spells here.
Center your fear.
Face your
Okay, so he's not committing the other Sonic Wave yet. We can force it out easily and completely freely. Like, if we just axe the Draven, he'll be forced to play a second spell. And then we can probably try to kill the Lee Sin with Get Excited. And honestly, that might be our best bet. At 2 mana, he could have, like, Pale Cascade. I'd be fine if he paled here. Forcing this is really valuable. And we can still hard commit to kill this Lee Sin. Like, this Lee Sin should be dead no matter what, since he's down to 2 mana. Usually it's not Pale, usually it's just the Resonating Strike. And then we can kill it to Get Excited, maybe discarding the other axe. The question is, I mean, there's an interesting argument that it might not even be worth it.
I'll see this through.
We get the Jinx as well coming onto the board. I mean, if he... It's a vanilla Sonic Wave. We have to kill the Lee Sin. We have literally no choice but to kill the Lee Sin here. God, are we actually killing both Lee Sin and Diana? That's pretty funny. We might actually have to do that. We're not attacking next turn because of the lizards. We need... No. We need the Jinx to be flipped. Oh, but we're drawing another axe. So there's literally no way to flip the Jinx. We couldn't have played it before either. Yeah, the fact that we're drawing the other axe off with this Draven is really awkward. But that deck can sometimes just lose to its own hand states. I think we have to kill the Lee Sin and just play for the long-term value here. And we have literally no ability to flip the Jinx here, no matter what we try to do. Still should play it out now. Like, I know I'm gonna flip it next turn no matter what. We might have had to Get Excited the Dinah, because we're gonna be forced to Get Excited just to flip the Jinx, and we're not really getting a better one. It just feels so bad. Like, killing the Diana and keeping my unit alive doesn't actually feel like it's giving me a good win condition there. The Dragonlings on defense aren't really giving him much at all.
What is gained?
I don't think we can beat a second Lee Sin. I don't think we can do any like weird cheeky play where we like don't play Jinx this turn. That just seems completely impossible. So I think I double spinning axe on my chompers into the Eye of the Dragon to try to kill it. I mean, Jinx obviously doesn't have an attack here. And then I've got like the Get Excited to level the Jinx next turn.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
And yeah, obviously Crowd Favorite kind of sucks off this top deck. This gets countered by a few things, but the Trump Blocker isn't really helping us either. And it's actually not easy for him to have Pale in his hand. He could have it, but because he's drawn twice. Bastion, interesting. Okay, so that's 1/2 of the spell requirements. And we're probably forced to Get Excited the Diana just to make sure Jinx survives.
Bloom and fade with the morning.
Dusk Petal, huh? That's so interesting. I mean, he's going to be healing a lot as well. His hand could easily be second Bastion. He's running the 2 Bastion version. He is only running 2 Bastions. His hand is looking like Zenith Blade. I mean, even if he denies the Get Excited, the Jinx is still leveling up. And he's got the 2 spell triggers he wants. The Diana has such a hard time actually threatening this Jinx. I think we're just using Get Excited on this eye. Like, we know he doesn't have Pale Cascade. If he has the second out of 2 Bastions, then we just kind of have to accept that. But I think this has to be the highest value play. Because, like, Diana actually can't really threaten too much of anything. Right now, our win condition is hoping that his hand is awkward. He doesn't have, like, a second Lee Sin. And he doesn't have a way to kill the Jinx. And the Diana can only kill the Jinx off of second Sonic Wave out of 2. Which is really, really hard for him to have. Whereas, like, the life drain from the Dragonlings, as well as just the fact that, they're, like, Dragonlings are unironically kind of my lose condition. Because I need to assume he doesn't have Lee. If he has second Lee, we do lose here. I need to assume he doesn't have Lee here.
Hello, Kaya.
Horns is really good in these situations. Now he can do... That's interesting. That's very interesting. And this is a second Jinx. I mean, I can't just block with this Jinx and then play the second one, right? Isn't that always better than actually playing to Get Excited? I think it literally has to be. But it only works if the Jinx is actually trading down.
It's Draven time.
Time for violence.
I was probably supposed to pass first, because if he doesn't play Zenith Blade, then I could just go in for the Get Excited. I honestly don't know if the Get Excited even does more than just, like, stopping a Horn attack for a turn. This is such a weird... What? I mean, he can't actually kill my Jinx. He never banked 2. Do I ever keep double Get Excited in hands? I don't know. That's a super weird play.
Rules are made to be broken. For people.
The most important thing is, like, we're getting 2 Death Rockets so that we're threatening I and Diana. The problem is... Get Excited feels like it actually doesn't do a ton there. And Draven is actually a fine top deck. And when it goes out to, like, grindy games like this, Draven is a perfectly fine top deck. So I'm playing both of my cards. I'm playing Crowd Favorite into Draven. We don't need to Spinning Axe this turn. Because Draven first means Jinx has a problem getting the rocket. He's at 8 mana. His hand does look like it's breaking out. And I have to assume the rocket here is good. He could, like, deny the rocket. I'm kind of fine if that happens. I play Crowd Favorite first because Draven, like, Draven does allow Jinx to level up. I'm like 90% sure that's how it works. It'd be really, really unfortunate if that's not how it works.
I salute you.
But I think we can outgrind here. I don't know. I don't actually play discard. How unfortunate would it be if the Jinx didn't level up off of this Draven? Hush, yeah. We can't stop Hush, unfortunately. Since we drew 2 units, there's no way the Jinx gets a rocket this turn. And he does have a fairly spooky hand. He also knows for sure our top deck is Draven. So we don't have many attacks here. Jinx loses quick attack too. Yeah, that Hush did a lot of work for him. Hush did a ton for him. We definitely don't have a single attack on this board, I think. I could do a weird... If I attack with Crowd Favorite, he actually might not necessarily be able to block, which is pretty funny. Because, like, if he blocks and gets the Horn to 1 health, and then we're able to get a really, really good Jinx Rocket, then the Horn dies. I think I just have to keep playing for this outgrindy strategy. I think the 4-3 has to get more value than this. So yeah, the Hush canceled our entire attack. Man, if he didn't have Hush there, he would be so screwed. But I do want all the jump blockers. And having the axe here is nice. Without needing the action. So we are just passing.
Breathe in, breathe out. Now it's a party.
So this is the kind of draw that makes us wish we had maybe Get Excited the Horns. Because drawing Augmented means we might have had a chance to just, like, delete the Horns. Which is, of course, really powerful if we could. Looks like we're just playing Augmented here. So we're gonna open with Spinning Axe, discarding Chompers. What do we give attack to? What do we give attack to? Giving attack to any of these cards is kind of completely useless, right? But I mean, it's a free Spinning Axe. Because we know we're experimenting no matter what. Wait, giving attack to literally any of these units doesn't do anything. What could make a difference? What +1 attack point could actually matter? Draven could level up, I guess? Sure. Sure, we'll do it like this. And then the question is, what are we killing here? I actually feel pretty scared of killing the Mentor. I summon another Dragonling next turn, but the Dragonlings will die to the Jinx Rocket. Like, anything at 1 health is already dead to Jinx Rocket. Damaging Horns doesn't really do anything. I guess I just have to hit... I guess I'm just hitting Eye here.
The answer is here somewhere.
I don't know. The thing is, his hand is really blanked out. And the Mentor is just not a really big threat. It's basically like getting the gems pre-combat would be a pretty similar thing. So he's just trying to lifesteal. He's drawing pretty dead. What's his hand range? Not Second Bastion. The card on the left could be Pale. The card on the right, the face down card on the right in his hand basically has to be Third Zenith Blade or Deny or Deep Med. It has a really hard time being something that's not those three things. So he's dealing a lot of damage with his horns.
You hoping they'll die of
Killing the Mentor here has to be wrong. What we could do is we can just block the Mentor for free, not take the 1 extra damage with Chompers. That does feel good. We could also go full aggro. I think we have to go full aggro. I think we have to try to kill him as quickly as possible. Killing the Mentor just lets him heal, though. I want the Mentor to die at the same time as 1 health everything. Yeah, I guess this has to be the correct play. It does have to be. We actually don't really have... We don't really get that much value off of letting the Dragonling through just because our board is kind of already full. Wait. How did we not get a rocket? Oh, the interaction when you play Experimenter first. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so, yeah, okay. I fucked up big time then. Yeah. We needed to not play the Spinning Axe. I actually wasn't aware that it gave you the rocket before Experimenter drew cards. Man, that's a big misplay. That actually might really cost me. That might really cost me. We fucked up. So I guess I'm Zonite-ing the Jury Rig here. I mean, we just want to make sure we're pressing all of our proactive actions when we get them. But yeah, not knowing that interaction might literally fuck me for this game. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, second horns. Second horns is all over his range too. So the question is, how scary can we make this open attack? We can make it pretty fucking scary. But he doesn't really have a great play if we just like open rocket him, right? Depending on options. We have to try to rocket him, I think. Stay alive for potentially 1 more turn to the horns. Buffing health stat lines. So we always just overwrite the 1/1. So this mystery card in the middle of his hand could be a lot of things. That card he drew after we checked him for a lot of cards. Like, we checked him for Pale Cascade, but he drew this after. It could easily be something like Pale Cascade. So it looks like we're open rocketing. We rummage and open rocket. Or alternatively, we could like... No, I don't think Porokan is really worth playing for. I think we do have to rummage open rocket. Looks like it. Rocketing here gives him only 1 action. And he doesn't have great actions here. Like, this could threaten him on the 1-turn clock. It's really important that we didn't give him, like, a ton of gem value here. Yeah, Deny's not unsurprising. I mean, we're gonna have some free attacks. We need to basically not die to the double horns. Yeah, we might have fucked ourselves. If we had both rockets, we could have basically, you know, one gets eaten by deny and then one potentially threatens lethal on this turn. Yeah, Battlecaster here makes his hands as awkward as it can be, right? His face down card could really be anything. Yeah, I'm just Battlecastering over this Zonite, I guess. I really don't see another play here. The nice thing about that is, yeah, it means my crowd favorite's got 7 attack, which means all we have to do is drag the horns with our flame choppers like this. And it does allow our board to attack. And basically just kill his entire board. The problem is giving him, like, I mean, he's just gonna kill us with the 2 horns. Like, we can't really dodge that, right? We don't have the ability to lethal him here. Yeah, dude, we just lost because we fucked up with the rocket interaction. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna have the ability to survive the double horns, I think. He can't really go down to 3 because we get over the top. But yeah, basically, we needed to. The rocket isn't really defensive. It just had to have allowed us to push lethal potential this turn. And without like the rocket, that doesn't lose to deny. We don't have that. So yeah, with 2 horns here, like whether he has the gems for mentor or not, it doesn't matter. He should just win. I don't even know what we can do to win at this point. It's got to be unwinnable, right? We have some weird out. Double draw and get excited. Jinx says get excited. If our out is double draw and get excited, then we can't play biggest fan here. That's really funny. That's really, really, really funny. Is that actually the only way we're winning here? I guess we just have to keep the fan in hand, right? Because he's just open attacking and killing us, right? But if we have double get excited, we have a chance. This is dealing... They're basically dealing 10 minus the blockers. Let's do this. But he's got the gems too, right? Like, he was either going to have the gems or the mentor. I think we played that fine, except for, obviously, that one big misplay. Yeah, we're super dead here. PP hands. Oh well. So we just go ahead and go next. So that was the first game in the finals. We've got basically 2 back-to-back BO3s here. We just need to win one of the BO3s. Basically, the way double elimination works is you always have like 1 safety loss. We haven't lost the series all day. So even if we lose this, we still just like back-to-back it. That's good to know though. Oops. This is a super interesting hand actually. We're attacking on odds. He's playing like the aggro combo deck. God, I actually don't know what to do in a hand like this. I think I have to kick Mentor. I think that's really easy. I might kick Diana too. Diana's... no, Diana's too good against this deck in general. Yeah, I just have to keep these 3, I think. I don't know, Tasty Faithful is interesting because, like, this hand wants to mulligan a bit aggressively, but Tasty is going to be really impactful in this matchup in general. So I don't think I really can do that. That's a pretty good draw.
Light flowers upon my blade.
He doesn't really do anything when I just start eating him with Diana here, which is nice. There's like some 5-head world in which we keep Dusk Petal Dust in the hand, but we don't live in that world. So he's thinking about maybe playing a Skitterer there, but realizing he still loses. I think he thought about playing a Skitterer for a second. I realized it was too important of a combo piece to play out.
No more hiding.
I mean, this is a pretty easy attack here. We're never really skipping this combat. I mean, we do have to deal with this. It's a little too important. Like, when you're the control or the slower deck and they're playing, like, aggro, and this deck isn't super slow and his deck isn't super fast, but in general, like, he is the aggressor here for sure. In situations like that, you can take a lot of like passes to burn their mana and skip your attack, but because it's like the challenger quick attack, since the attack is the removal here, I definitely can't do that. So this looks like a pretty good Lee Sin. I enjoy playing my Lee Sin on turn 6. This is a good play. I'll play my Lee Sin or 4. Wait, this card costs 4 mana? What the fuck? When did that happen? That's cool. So I mean, we can eat his card with the barrier, or we can just trade and block it down like this. I mean, Sonic Wave is a pretty valuable card, and second Lee Sin is a pretty valuable card.
Choose the right time to strike.
I think that's kind of dumb. I think we just block it with our barrier. It's on Glimpse. It could be a little committal. Man, these Sonic Waves are actually looking really good, though. Maybe I should just block it with Duskbringer. Isn't this safer?
Our light grows brighter.
I will not.
Because the way this matchup works, my Duskbringer is kind of just a dead card. Like the whole point of his deck is to make my 2/1 a useless card. And we don't really have attacks with it either. And using Pale proactively develops me into more options. Whereas like both of the Sonic Waves look like they're going to be really impactful here. Looks like we just kind of start slapping him, yeah? I mean, we're just going to start challenging his stuff and breaking his entire board, yeah? Like he can't beat that? I mean, we can mentor.
Come, a new phase awaits.
Mentor just goes completely unpunished here. Yeah, I guess we're mentoring. Like, there's literally nothing he can do to punish it. That feels pretty good.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
So he needs... I mean, the thing is, even a Skitterer doesn't really do much against my board here. So he does a burst pass. Yeah, I mean, I'm always just gonna attack him here. Just double challenger him. Lee Sin doesn't even really need... I mean, buffing the Lee Sin is just better. So we just do it like this. Lee Sin is gonna just go ahead and drag something. He doesn't have the answer to things at 2 health. Honestly, I'll just use Resonating Strike to hit him for 3. At 5 mana, he literally can't answer this. Like, there's nothing he can do that can punish us for playing Resonating here instead of later. Literally not a single thing in his deck. Use this for damage. It does heal the Lee Sin. Lee Sin's health has a chance of mattering.
Conflict is all in the mind.
Just because it preemptively gives him the barrier. The fact that Lee Sin can now block and survive through stuff like Atrocity is really nice. The biggest thing is we do need to make sure we have blockers for this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a consideration that using Zenith or using the Mentor on the Dyne is better just to have another Fearsome blocker, but the alternative, though, is we kind of have to assume his combo involves Skitterer, so we need 4 attack units. Now, this is like where it gets kind of scary, right? This is where it gets really, really monka. Which is like, if his hand is like... I don't know, my board looks good here. So there's a couple of different plays. I could just like Fey Folk like a normal human being. Oh, that's really normal, actually. Wait, shit. I could just Fey Folk. That looks good. Because, I mean, we're already out of the range of Skitterer anyway. And then leave up the second Sonic Wave that we floated. Which is pretty important. Yeah, I mean, I want this unit to have the ability to block here.
Bye-bye.
Should assume the Diana's not blocking here. So he needs to, like, glimpse to stop the Fey Folk from peeling, but I don't even mind that if he's just going to let my Fey Folk live again. So if he glimpses, I mean, we're potentially down to 11. I wonder if I could possibly mind that. I mean, Lee can level on the next attack. Giving it barrier here would help that. And we can even potentially heal for more with Fey Folk off of Sonic Wave. I think I'd rather just threaten killing him next turn, though, right? And keeping our health up matters, but his deck has literally no way of punishing a Lee health with low health. And this is like the benefit of buffing Lee with Mentor, because it allows Lee to be a blocker without having to commit the barrier. which actually feels nice. So we're just playing for the Lee level up, yeah? Okay. I mean, Lee can often kill him here. Is he tanking an atrocity? Is he about to atrocity me? That's kind of funny. I mean, the sad thing is, I mean, it's kind of his win condition. I think he probably did have to do that there.
Our enemies cannot hide. I will not hold back.
Yeah, but this doesn't really matter.
Night flowers upon my blade. The promise of a new moon upon you, bloom tender.
Her flowers bring the moonlight with them.
As the dragon wills.
So he needs glimpse, basically. Glimpse is the way he survives one more turn here.
My lands need me. Prepare yourself.
So I guess it only makes sense to buff the Diana then, has to be the best play. Actually, it looks like buffing the Lunari Dusk blocker is a little bit better, right? Because we just want a blocker, don't we?
Night descends.
It's interesting. Huh.
Come, a new phase awaits.
I mean, he's glimpsing anyway. I guess yeah, I mean, we're attacking with eye.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Our enemies would be foolish to underestimate you. Strike firm. Celestial power.
The mentor wants to buff something with something up to 4, I think. Has to be the best way to do it. So glimpse is the only way he lives here, which means we just assume he has glimpse. If we buff the eye, I mean, it looks kind of cute. Because eye is like a fearsome blocker if you buff it. But again, we're assuming he's skittering. We need a 4 attack unit and not a 3 attack unit. The only way we lose this game is to some like crazy combo. Which I don't think is in his range here. That's quite cute. Okay. So now he has to have a skitterer as like the final finisher. Okay, so we can just make sure we have a blocker here. Does it matter?
Conflict is all in the mind.
I mean, there's really nothing he can be doing here, I think. This is 1 out of 2. I mean, yeah. I'm just like double checking, making sure we're not. But yeah, we can't really lose that game.
Ionia endure.
Really, we're just digging for vision here. Since we've got like the biggest fan in the house spider, you can potentially keep Battlecaster in hands like this. Battlecaster actually seems like a pretty safe hand. So we already have the Draven on 3 because of the biggest fan. Nah, we're with a hand like this, we can go a little bit deeper, I think. We have so many hits here to find. This looks fine. Again, we just have to play very, very, very scared of his like potential full combo. Like, we have to be terrified of that. We do have a nut hand. Against Horror and Mistwraith, we maintain attacks. Double up. Against the Lease, we lose our attack. Elise doesn't have a great attack into our Draven, so value says go for Spider before the attack.
Come closer. I don't bite.
And Elise just doesn't have an attack here. Like, I'll just tank 2 damage and then slap him with Draven Vision. This is a kind of funny hand. It's like, it's kind of too funny. Like, it doesn't really do anything here.
Spit her out from the darkness. You dare!
I mean, depending on our top decks, We could develop into next turn or not. Usually the punishment for development is like, it could be Skitterer, and it could also just be Wraithcaller, just being like a double unit is kind of scary. Even like Nocturne, can Nocturne ever really punish open attacks? Or development? Not really, he has a kind of hard time doing so. Yeah, I mean, if I just open attack here with Vision, we're kind of just fucking him. I mean, we have potentially 2 Visions on the full board. We can, like, triple Vision this. I mean, this is a really funny hand. This guy's, like, kind of dead, right? Wait a second. This is, like, the stupidest hand I've ever seen, actually.
What are you waiting for?
I think we're committed to the open attack here.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have him block me with this Elise, actually. That looks pretty good. It's a little like, we can go a bit wider. The biggest problem with trying to go wider here is his deck actually, like, his entire deck is built to really punish development. That being said, forcing out his Skitterers on a defensive turn can be fine. We kind of have too many Visions to worry about Skitter. Yeah, developing there is a bit better. Like, he's at 11, and he doesn't have the board, and he can't punish this 5-1. Like, this 5-1 is going to be, like, a fearsome blocker and traitor no matter what. I don't know, it just feels like some nuts hand can actually beat us if we develop in there. And I don't want that to happen. Does he have any way to interact with this board whatsoever? We don't really want to go into spell mana though. So I think we start with just like a Battlecaster. I guess he could like Nocturne challenge something, yeah, but that's useless.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning.
Yeah, Vissy's pretty good here. Fan first makes a bit more sense.
It's Raven time.
Looking good, kid.
Looks like we're developing into the last attack anyway. So we really just want to block this down. Looks like a pretty free block with a 4-1. No combat tricks. And 0 combat tricks. Like, that's probably the biggest weakness with that type of deck. And it looks like we're just playing two Poros out here into the crowd favorite into our attack. That seems fine. Yeah, I'm giving Skitterer the same value anyway. Like, Skitterer does potentially protect him for 1 turn. Can't punish the big Vissid though, so we're fine. Huh. It's not a Pursuit. Pursuit here, I mean, doesn't really feel like it does a ton.
I salute you.
The heart's as big as his biceps. It's their seed.
Pretty easy attack here. I mean, these units aren't going to be blockers anyway.
Need victims.
Like, yeah, we're always priced into a full attack here. Still making too many misplays.
I know you. Are you scared?
Yeah, he has to do it like this.
Raven.
So that's one more donkey play. We made one donkey play this series. Like not one that's bigger than just like a minor optimization, but like an actual just like donkey play, which means we've played a total of 11 games today and we've made 4 big donks. 4 out of 11 across 11 games. It's like, it's not great. Oh well. Nocturne, you've attacked with 5+ Nightfall allies. 0 out of 5. That's weird. Why is his 2-drop a bigger threat than his Nocturne? Hang on. I'm more scared of his 2-drop. The Nocturne does have 5 whole attack. This only has 2.
The answer is here somewhere.
Giving him a second Nocturne in hand is actually less good though. Like if his second Nocturne is an Unspeakable Heart. Oh, that's how he has interaction. Double draw Nocturne. That's true. Overall, I brought a solid lineup. I played alright, average, I'll say.
Got me good.
I mean, that's just rude. Alright, so yeah, that's it. That's the tournament. First place. We're playing again in the one next week. I mean, I already recapped it. It's not just like 4 misplays, it's 4 like donkey plays, right? There's a different echelon of misplay. There's like minor optimization plays, and there's like questionable plays, and then there's like donkey plays. 4 donkey plays over 11 games in this tournament is like, I mean, it's always going to be hard, right? Especially when you're playing on decks that you're unfamiliar with, or, you know, when you're playing matchups that you haven't tested. It's really important to just be really prepared. I don't expect to be doing like 0 donkey plays, but I need to be doing like 2. I need to be doing like 2. I know a lot of the plays look weird. A lot of the plays... So, part of the reason a lot of plays look weird is because it's always like, in card games, it's very difficult to definitively prove what the best play is because it really depends what you're playing around. Mostly, when I make plays that look really weird, like for example, using the triple vision on that open attack on 4 units looks really weird. And it might be wrong. Honestly, I don't think it matters what we do at that point. It looks like it's super low value, but in my head, the only way we lose that game is if he does have like a nut, double Skitterer, double Wraithcaller hands. And it does feel pretty bad. Like I'm just running through that in my head, and I feel like we draw bad things off of Rummage too. So we're developing a single unit and letting him like trade up. It just comes down to how you're looking at it, right?